Hello, William Ann and middle school students. My name is David Huncher and I supervise the English Language Arts curriculum. With me tonight are English Language Arts teachers from Ridge High School that have taught grade 9 either currently or in the past. Over the course of this presentation, we want to spend some time walking you through the English Language Arts course offerings available to you as rising 9th grade students. We'll focus primarily on the two course offerings that meet the graduation requirements, English 9 and Honors English 9. We're going to focus on the differences between Honors English 9 and English 9, as well as the factors to consider when making a decision so that you can leave here with the information that you need to make the best decision for you. Regardless of which course you choose, English 9 or Honors English 9, you should know that both are fantastic choices and they have much in common. Regardless of which course you choose, both courses focus on developing you as a close reader, as an effective communicator, and as a critical thinker. Both courses meet the Common Core standards and prepare you for success in college and your career. If I had to sum up the key differences between these two courses, it has to do with pacing and depth. That is how fast we move and how deep we go.
Hello, students and parents. My name is Ms. Greer, and I'm going to talk to you about some questions that you should consider when selecting your courses for next year. Currently, I know you guys are reading To Kill a Mockingbird, so you might want to think about that as I pose some questions to you. Do you enjoy reading and essay writing? Do you manage time well and work independently? Are you curious about literature and its many forms? How will the demands of this course fit with my curricular and extracurricular schedule next year? So with that last question, you want to think about which courses you want to take, how to have a balanced schedule, and how to make good decisions about what you're going to be doing outside of school and in school to make sure that you can have fun and do well in school at the same time.
Hi, everyone. This is Mr. Minicozy, and I'll be going over the English 9 curriculum overview with you. As you guys can see, based on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the slide, we cover a wide array of genres and different styles of text throughout the year. English 9 tends to go more thematically, and Honors tends to go a little bit more chronological with a couple texts inserted in between different time periods. With the English 9 curriculum, we start off with our summer reading annotation discussions, which will be done in a group setting where you get a chance to share thoughts and ideas about the summer reading books with your peers from different grade levels. We then move on to a dystopian literature circle unit, and we start that unit off with short story mentor text going over different dystopian traits, dystopian styles, etc., and then we elaborate on those with our study of the lit circle choices that we have for that unit. We then move on to an abridged prose version of the Odyssey, which we will get to on the next slide and part of our presentation. We stay with the Greeks and explore the dramatic aspects of Greek dramas with Antigone. We move on then to memoir literature circles, where we explore certain short memoirs at first, get into the style of a memoir, what authors are trying to reveal, and then we apply those traits that we've learned earlier in the unit to their lit circle roles and discussions. We then get to Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet, followed up by Of Mice and Men and various historical lit circle choices to accompany that novel. We get into speeches and speech performances and public speaking aspects later in the year. And everything ends with our culminating writing reflection project, where the students will get a chance to really demonstrate what they've learned throughout the whole year, reading these different works and writing our different forms of writing assignments and assessments throughout the year too.
Now I'm going to talk to you about the Honors English 9 curriculum. As you can see, there are many similarities as well as additions. Honors English 9 students start with the summer reading as well. Students choose 2 of the school-wide choice books to read. Then we move on to reading ancient Greek dramas such as Antigone, Oedipus Rex, and Oedipus at Colonus. From there, we read an unabridged version of the Odyssey. Then we read Knight and Mouse, memoirs about the Holocaust. From there, we read Romeo and Juliet, then the novel Kindred, followed by a separate piece. And then we end the year with modern hero lit circle books. Most of those are more contemporary novels. And throughout the year, we'll explore poetry as well as literary criticism.
So one of the aspects that these two courses share is the sharing of similar texts. And with this slide, we'll go over the difference between studying the Odyssey in English 9 versus Honors English 9. As you can see with both, the coverage is a lot different. English 9 will study just the books 9 to 13 aspects of the Odyssey, where we're focused just on Odysseus and his journey home from the Trojan War and trying to get back to his wife and son in Ithaca. We really try and get a lot of comprehension skills associated with this text and literary analysis in our activities. We look at characterization and allusions in contemporary poetry and trying to explore too, what some modern poets felt about this work and how they felt about certain characters, and then connect that back to Homer's original prose from his look at the Odyssey. And then we do extension writing activities throughout the unit as well, exploring the motivations of Odysseus and what he goes through as a hero. If you look now over at the Honors English 9 section, okay, we study the whole epic poem, books 1 to 24, where there are a lot of side journeys of not just Odysseus, but also his son Telemachus as he goes in search of his father to learn about him, and also what his wife Penelope is enduring back home in Ithaca as she awaits the arrival home of not only her husband Odysseus, who's been gone for many years from war and his journey back, but also her son Telemachus as well. And she's also dealing with the suitors that are trying to now overthrow her kingdom. We explore in depth a lot more literary and rhetorical analyses with this text and spend some time with that. We follow up with some things that we did in the previous unit and see if the students can recall and apply those now to a new text as well. And we also look and focus on the aspects of the hero's journey and Campbell's The Power of Myth, and explore how this work really dives into that part of what a hero has to go through. In addition, we look at cultural codes and how the Greeks really treated this idea of strangers and hospitality, and in what ways that impacts the novel. And of course, we also look at epic hero traits, not just for Odysseus, but also try and connect them to other aspects that come across as well.
So you might be asking, what's the criteria for entering into Honors English 9? So here it is for you. In order to be eligible for Honors English 9, you need to have a final average of A- or better in English 8 and Language Arts 8. So a final grade of both of those in both of those courses. Up until now, we've spent our time focusing on the two courses that meet the graduation requirements, but I do want to spend a few moments talking about the elective courses in the English Language Arts Department that are available to you as rising freshmen. They will also be available to you all 4 years of high school, but we should go through these courses now that are available to you as freshmen. One is the semester elective creative writing. If you enjoy creating your own poetry, your own short stories, your own plays, this would be a fantastic course for you. Or if you're interested in writing creatively and developing that capacity, this would be a fantastic course for you. The elective communication for classroom, college, and career is a fantastic elective as well. We tend to see more sophomores through seniors take this course, but it is available to you as a freshman at Ridge High School. This elective focuses on how you are communicating, not just through the written word, through essays, but also through emails, through any kind of correspondence, as well as your communication, how you carry yourself in presentations for the classroom, or perhaps in a job interview, or perhaps in an interview for college. So it's communication in all its forms, and we've gotten a lot of very positive feedback about this course. The third elective that is available to you is forensic speaking. Now, this course focuses primarily on public speaking, whether it's in the form of debate, or maybe it is a dramatic presentation or a dramatic reading of a piece of text. But all of these, you would have a wonderful opportunity to develop those that skill set. You may be interested in this course because you want to find out more about the forensic extracurricular program that we have, or perhaps the forensics extracurricular program doesn't fit into your after-school schedule, but you'd still like this experience. This could be another way to get that forensic speaking experience without necessarily having to join the forensics team at Ridge. So this kind of concludes our presentation. We've walked you through the two courses that meet the graduation requirements and talked about some of their similarities and differences. We've shared with you the elective offerings that are available to you as a rising freshman. So now, as a way to sort of close out this presentation, let's talk about some next steps for you. You might consider downloading the handout that's linked to this slide deck, which presents on a one-page printable Google Doc the differences between the two courses that meet the graduation requirements, English 9 and Honors English 9. The other thing that we'd strongly encourage you to do is to reach out to your English 8 teacher and your Language Arts 8 teacher and get their input. And ask them, well, what do you see as sort of, the appropriate challenge for me going into Ridge High School? They are your teacher, and they would welcome giving you that kind of input. So I encourage you to reach out to your English teachers for their input. So some information about us, the people on this presentation, their names are listed here. If you do have further questions, please don't hesitate to email me. My email is at the bottom of the screen. I'm David Huncher, and my phone number is listed there as well. So thank you so much, and welcome to Ridge.